I really do believe that the grip, out of all the fundamentals, is the most important one. I mean, that is really your link between the club and yourself. And if you don't get that right, you're going to struggle. And I play in pro-ams every week, and the number one thing I see that most amateurs don't do is grip it properly. You know, you always want the grip, the shaft running through the fingers in your left hand. This pad on top of your hand, on top of your wrist here should fall nicely on top of the club. You know, so when you get it in this position, you're able to hinge the club. That's really a big power source in the golf swing. The right hand's very similar. And I use an interlocking grip. You know, it's good enough for Jack, it's good enough for Tiger, it's good enough for me, I suppose. A lot of people use overlap, but you know, I feel like the interlock grip gives me a little bit more a stable feeling. Something I've always done. Again, through the fingers, this wraps over nicely. Get this nice little V that kind of points to your right shoulder. And you know, that being in the fingers really allows you to hinge this club up and down. And that's a huge power source in the game. That's where that hinge and that unhinging of the club comes and creates speeds.
For the first time ever, the Illinois State Amateur Championship will be played at the Links of Kokopelli in downstate Marion. We'll see if the Steve Smyers design shows off a little Southern comfort.
The Ultimate Driving Tour is brought to you by BMW.
Built in 1997, the Links at Kokopelli is part Parkland, part Links. Think Erin Hills or Chicago Golf. Architect Steve Smyers is known as a bunker artist, featuring very creative and diverse looks. This public course is fun and demanding, all at the same time.
It's very strategic. You need to hit the ball in the right places, and also you have to have a good eye. Again, Steve, one of his goals in designing a golf course is to create intimidation, and the size of the bunkers and the positioning of the bunkers does that, so you have to get a good feel. There's a lot of room. He doesn't want to take the driver out of the player's hands, so there's a lot of room to play, but you've got to find the right line.
Marion is roughly 5 hours south of Chicago, making for some steamy weather come summertime. Looking at Kokopelli in late April, the course appears more blonde than green, but it's healthy.
We're in the transition zone, so we do mainly warm season grasses for fairways and tees, which here we've got Bermuda, which is more of a warm season grass that tends to like more southern even than here, but it does pretty well.
In general, the course plays firm and fast, almost like a British Open. The bent grass greens are true and quick. Come state am time, the greens will be at 11.5 to 12 on the stimp meter.
The greens, you know, have a decent amount of undulation, and they keep them fairly fast. So, you know, you've got to be careful. There's certain holes that if the pin's in a difficult place, you got to be really careful with your putts. But they roll true and they roll fast. They're fun to play.
Adjacent to the course is Rent One Park, home to the Southern Illinois Miners baseball team. There are plenty of places to stay and eat in Marion, but it's the course and the tournament that'll be the featured attractions come August.
We're very excited. It's a great opportunity. We understand that this is only the second or third time that this Chicago District Golf Association has come this far south. As a matter of fact, this will be the farthest south it's ever come. And to be picked out, to be recognized, it's a great honor for the city, for the owners, for the members, and also for Steve Smyers.
Last year, Kokopelli saw a 15% increase in rounds. Thanks to a mild winter, it set records for rounds played each month this year as well.
I just think it's one of those hidden gems that, I mean, people come out here and you think Southern Illinois, there's not that many great tracks, but for the money, I think it's one of those hidden little treasures, just a neat layout.
With the state am coming and greens fees with a cart always under $50, it's safe to say Kokopelli won't be hidden for long. By the way, if you have a handicap of 7.4 or less, you can try to qualify for the Illinois State Am. Go to cdga.org for all the info. Up next, we'll catch up with some Champions Tour players who will share some of their wisdom with us.